Hold on. All right. Let me see. I think y'all should be hearing me now. Like I said, man, there's a whole lot going on because it's all relevant to my federal lawsuit and everything that I've been building and everything we're going through over here has a purpose and a reason. All right. So first of all, like I said, um, it is what it is, man. I mean, these people, like I said, I told you these people all around me. I told you that these people in these neighborhoods. I told you that neighbors. I told you all of them. I told you that they were all in on this plot against me, and we actually got divine confirmation of that, and now we have complete confirmation of that. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, nonstop and continue to deliver this message. We have these people who have intentionally implemented an entire program to try to keep me from making a living or even being able to barely get by. I'm at the point that I can't get any resources or do anything I need to do, literally. I'm trying to see what I can do in the meanwhile, you know what I mean, and the moves I can make to try to get back to that point for the future because right now, I mean, the homeboy has my wallet. He has the wallet. I don't have anything, my ID, my bank cards. I have nothing. You understand? So it's like, I mean, there's just no way for me to do anything. And then they won't even let you try to make money out here. They have an issue with that too. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense because, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, like nobody's helping me to get my wallet. You understand? So first order business is this is all on these people. This was their decision, right? And these people are jealous. And I told y'all that's fine. If y'all want to be jelly and you want to act this way and you want to act fake and you want to do fake things in fake environments, because the whole point is that everything they do is fake. None of them are tough. It's all designed to bait. You understand? So what these people was trying to do was, homeboy was trying to, act right on his property. Okay, so knowing that, I mean, I can't do anything about that. There's nothing I can do because they're really trying to bait. That's why they're trying to, antagonize, like I said, and provoke, and they want you to make a mistake, while you're on somebody else's property, so that they can get you on charges. Okay, so what happened is, Batman is smart, right, and handled it correctly, right, and basically now homeboy has two charges, one of an illegal statement and one of evading because he's not smart and clearly he was on drugs. So now he's got evading and a what charge, which we just call them illegal statements over here, but it's like the highest charge for that. So honey, I don't know if you're listening to me, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe those are both felonies. Is that not a fact? Let me ask her real quick. So, like I said, don't be deceived, people. Don't start listening to people and thinking that people are tough or that I'm scary all of a sudden. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with being smart. It has to do with understanding that these people are cowards, okay, and that actually everything they're saying is fake, and they're not about that. They're not about nothing, and it's all designed right to implement this program. But it just goes to show, yeah, like no, that dude was my actual neighbor, bro. So these people, I told y'all that all these people I knew were in on it. They really are. And now I'm getting proof from my federal lawsuit, concrete proof. And all I have to do is just try to get the summons or whatever when I can, which is hard as hell because they got me where I can't even, do anything to take care of myself at this point. But all I need to do is try to get the summons. That way I can attempt to try to show up to court so they don't drop the charges. You know what I mean? Because he 100% belongs in prison and jail. He's got like a record. He's got history. You know what I mean? Of doing crazy stuff like that. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. I mean, like they have photos and everything to back up everything that happened. Everything is proven. Everything is a fact. I only tell the truth. So like, it is what it is, man. I mean, when people are sitting there and they playing games like that, and and like I said, he was on drugs. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's on him, bro. You want to make bad decisions? I mean, that's your choice. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, he's now got, I believe it's two felonies. Correct me if I'm wrong, honey, but I believe it's two felony charges. Okay. So this is my, my message to the public and what I'm going to say again. I mean, there's no need for this, right? All y'all just proved. I mean, he was talking crazy too. I mean, it wasn't just what he did was crazy because that was insane. And like I said, it's trying to get away with stuff that you would never do in a real environment. Like I said, you're trying to antagonize, right? Because you're on your property and it's all these games and the same thing. And yeah, he was talking crazy, talking about, oh, nah, yeah, you ain't making no money. In other words, what you're saying is you're jealous and have a problem with me making money. And I showed him the balance. Like, what do you mean? Like, my business is thriving, bro. I'm already up over like almost 160 bucks. I think we're nearing. And that's what I'm saying. So when you've got everyone around you and they're designing and trying everything to make sure that I can't even, barely get by, that's insane, bro. So I mean, this is a federal lawsuit. There's going to be a lot of folks involved. Like I said, it is what it is. At the end of the day, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and go to prison. It's not fake, and that's it. To the people who've done their job and helped me along the way, those people I appreciate. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of other stuff in the past, a lot of corruption, a lot of things that happened. So that's all. I'm just tired of situations getting turned around and everything acting like it's my fault when it's not. This has nothing to do with me. This is these people. You understand? So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, my message to the public is if you want to be jelly and you want to keep playing these games and keep baiting and whatever, that's fine. But I mean, you're going to continue to lose, like I told you. What's probably going to happen is that they're probably going to all get brought up on charges and end up going to prison and jail over this, because I mean, you're trying to stop me from making a living, dude. I mean, again, why is that your prerogative? I don't see how that's possible that an entire neighborhood and whole communities are focused on not letting me make a living. And this is not even big money what I'm making now. I've made way more money in the past. I've done way more, like I've seen way more money. It's not even, this is nothing. So, I mean, for me to just, be barely trying to get started, clearly it shows fear. They don't want to let me get started because they know as soon as I do, I'm going to take off. You know what I mean? I'm going to be able to take off money wise and I'm going to keep on making dough. So, like I said, I mean, they built this environment. They made everything impossible for me. Nothing is possible every day. Again, it's the same thing today. I'm not going to keep going over it on here because there's rules, but I can't get anything I need, bro. I've already walked at least, probably 20 miles. I'll probably have to walk about 20 more. There's no choice in anything right now. I got to do what I got to do. Like I said, I mean, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, people can talk and do what they want, but I'm really good at my job. And my job is to systematically defeat all these people and expose their corruption and expose that they all worked against me. And it's collusion across state lines and conspiracy. And like I said, it's going to be a RICO case, and they're all going to be facing collusion and conspiracy charges. And then I'll just bring up the other charges as part of my argument. You understand? So I'll just basically be referring to each instance when they act out of character and they do weird stuff like that. So what they don't understand is, no, brother, you're acting and pretending, okay? All your stuff is fake. You know what I mean? I'm just real smart, so I know exactly what I'm doing. And like I said, no, I'm systematically putting a stop to your nonsense and defeating you. And the fact is that, like, my entire stand is, basically shutting down all these people who are involved in the drug trade. If you really pay attention, that's what I'm doing. You can say what you want, but I'm winning. I'm not losing in any way, shape, and form. All that trying to talk tough stuff, I don't know where they do that at. Like I said, I own my own league. Anybody can sign the waiver, bro. You understand? You got to make sense when you talk. Like I said, we do things on our time. But yeah, he was mad. He been a hater. He mad because I'm making money doing what I'm doing. Right. And you trying to stop that. Just like you won't just give me my wallet when he could just give me my wallet. Like there's no issue. He could just give me my wallet and give me my charger and go on about his business. You know what I mean? Like I could care less about any of these people. They're irrelevant to me. I'm not mad. I'm not upset about anything. Like it's no problem to just give me my wallet. It's not, but they don't do it. You know why? Because like I said, they don't want to see me making no money. So all that stuff is illegal. Everything they're doing is illegal. And I mean, as far as like my property, I mean, that should be a legality that I should be giving my property back. You know what I mean? So other than that, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it all caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it, wasn't prepared for none of this. I mean, I mean, people see now that it's not just me. It's not in my mind. Like, nah, like this is getting ridiculous, bro. People are doing a lot of stuff and they're just unable to control their jelly. And that's really not my problem and not my issue. You understand? So, like I said, we're going to continue to capitalize off of their mishaps and their bad decisions, and not to mention, I make a career off of speaking about your mishaps and your bad decisions. You understand? So, like I said, people could say what they want, but I'm really good at being Batman. I'm really good at my job, ain't I? Ain't I? No, I'm shutting them down. They're getting owned. They're getting Batman, like Christina said. They're getting owned. You know what I mean? Real talk. And the fact is, they're owning themselves. See, when it comes to jealous people, they're going to expose themselves. You give them long enough. Yeah, no, I kind of knew. I kind of know in my intuition what I'm doing already. I know what I'm doing, bro. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I kind of already knew that they going to walk into their own traps that they trying to set for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, let's break it down. Yeah, he was trying to set a trap for me to walk in, and it's all snitch stuff. It's all to try to get me brought up on some fake charges for no reason, for whatever, defending myself, while they all keep coming at me for no reason, which is illegal. You see what I'm saying? When I don't even have an issue with no one and I'm trying to just live my life. They keep approaching me. If you approach me, there's no way you're going to tell me I'm doing something wrong. And self-defense don't exist. I had to explain that to Christina. Like, no, not in my position. You know, you can't do that. You know, and me knowing how much power I could have and all the training I do, hell no, bro, I'm not about to do that. Are you serious? Why would I throw away my future with you, honey, in defending myself from anyone? Nah, bro, I don't know what I'm capable of. Why would I do that? I'm not doing that. I'm not going to prison or jail ever. I done told y'all this. I'm going to make the right decisions and be a grown man. A grown man can't act tough all the time. If people want to act tough, that's sad, man. Y'all grown men. Y'all grown adults. So, like I said, what you mean? You could have been signed the waiver, bro. Talking about, no, you ain't doing this. What do you mean? I've been doing this for 3 years in front of your face. Just proves you're delusional. Like I said, another one delusional that can't face facts and deal with the reality that I'm shining, and they ain't doing nothing. And he was talking about blah blah blah. Talking about something this and that about me being out here. I'm out here every day, cuzzy. We've been running this business for 3 years. I'm in the street every day. I mean, you're soft. You're not going to do anything about it, and I'm gonna continue to run my business in front of you. What do you mean? I mean, what are you talking about? Like, see, when you a grown man, you can't talk tough like that. No, you can't, because there's rules that stop it from you doing it. What are you talking about? You can't say things that are against the law. You just can't. I don't care who you are. You see what I'm saying? That's why it don't make no sense, because people could have just been done, put their money where their mouth is, and stepped up and signed a waiver. I mean, these are guys, bro, that like literally, I mean, they have no experience with none of that. I mean, they're talking way above their means. I mean, they're literally just delusional. They're just tripping, and they want to pretend there's something they're not. I mean, you dudes wasn't nobody in prison or jail, bro. I bet you got back down in there and back down to everybody. What do you mean? Like, I'm really that street OG. I'm really the hardcore, real street thug and gangsta. I'm the tough guy. And you want to perpetrate and front without putting the work in. Like I said, bro, there's a waiver you can sign, bro. I mean, you got to respect me first, because I'm the champ. You're going to respect the champ. I don't do anything on nobody else's terms. So you're going to pay homage first and kiss the ring and admit, hey, he's 10-0 in his own league. He's 1,000,000 in the street. He did bar security for 7 years. It was like never touched, basically, never took an L, never lost. I mean, I got a lot of stripes, bro, that you got to acknowledge first before we even entertain or acknowledge you or think that you're going to be a part of my league or step up to me in my league. You know what I mean? I own my own league, bro. So all that fake talking, like I said, homeboy is just jealous and he upset and he delusional. He mad at reality, like all of them. I told you they're all part of this, and I told you they're all insane and out of their mind. Okay, just because I'm shining and doing well doesn't mean I should suffer and repeatedly get punished and keep on getting pushed back more and more like they're doing. I mean, at this point, I can't get any farther down than I am. I can't even get anything I need today, bro, because they won't let me, because I don't have my wallet, I don't have my ID, and I'm clearly not going to get it back, which is crazy. You know, this is just the truth. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know what to tell y'all, man. You know what I mean? It's just sad, bro. It's sad that when you succeed in this society, these people don't reward it. You know what I mean? Like I said, like all these people that work at these rinky-dink establishments, they okay. They got what they need. They okay. They got families who support them. They got support systems. I'm the only one, because this society truly punishes true success. See, I own my own business, which is what I told them. I'll never have to work for anyone for the rest of my life. This is my own business. You know, I mean, it's to the point that they're making it where, I mean, if I'm not able to get what I need which I'm already submitted a request to try to do it. If I can't pay to get my ID or whatever again, I mean, what can I do, bro? Without an ID, you can't cash a check, you can't do nothing. These people have effectively, systematically stopped me from being able to have a livelihood at all or do anything to take care of myself. So this isn't America no more. I don't know what it is, but we're not going to sit here and pretend. Everything that you do is getting documented. It's going in a federal lawsuit. Okay. Again, somebody has to take responsibility here, and it ain't me. And it's just that simple. You know what I mean? Because it's not. It has nothing to do with me, and I can't control everything, man. I can't. Hold on. So other than that, that's all I really have to say. I mean, like I said, I mean, people continue to get their karma. Like I said, he's facing 2 charges, and it is what it is. And that's all I'm tired of is these cowards trying to change stories and keep lying every single minute. They keep lying and saying lies and talking like they're tough. I mean, the tough guy is Batman. Batman's been doing this in the street for what, 3 years now. Stood up to everyone, held my ground, held my own completely. Backed everyone down, muscled everyone out on the block, and I don't do illegal stuff. See, there's a big difference. Just because you're upset, I don't care what you do or say, I'm not going to defend myself because self-defense doesn't exist. No, it doesn't, especially when you're as big and strong as me and I have no clue what I'm capable of or what I can do. Why would I do that? I'm not going to put myself in that position. These are grown men, bro. If y'all don't know how to act like grown men, that's your problem, bro. And the fact is that you'll be the one that continues to suffer for it. You'll be the one that continues to make your situation worse, like this fool, right? And y'all continue to do what you're doing to yourself. See, that's the thing. These people keep acting like there's no rules or laws or they can do whatever they want. Hey, listen, bro. Homeboy just got 2 charges, bro. So I mean, he gonna get picked up on a warrant regardless and go to jail at least or prison or something. You know what I'm saying? And then if I can get the summons or whatever and be able to show up to court, then he'll probably be in there longer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to play about these games, bro. I mean, when you talk to me, you got to, you can't just talk to me any way you want and say whatever you want. It's inexcusable. It ain't okay that you on drugs that you're tripping, right? And that's the reality. The reality is I'm a grown man that runs his own business effectively. I've gotten more done than the Feds, CIA, FBI, more than every department basically in the nation and in the world. We get a lot done. We do a lot. And I think, honestly, they look up to me. I really do. I think they look up to me. I think for the most part, if they know who I am, I think they're going to try to help me because they understand what I'm doing is to better things, and their job and what they're supposed to want is to stop the cartel down here, to stop corruption. I mean, I'm taking the cartel on head on. I already defeated them years ago. I'm who's taking them on, not anyone else. I'm taking them on head on and winning. I think all these dudes are being paid off by the cartel. Why do you think that they're on drugs? Where do you think the drugs come from? The U.S. government, but the U.S. government is who funds the cartel. Y'all better wake up. While you're sitting here sleeping on me and talking about YouTube, this man, you're talking to Tyree Sneed, the man who defeated the cartel in the streets every which way and made a stand against crime and corruption and shut the cartel down and does more every day. Cartel is a lot of people out here, man. It might be everybody. I mean, I'm taking everyone on head on and winning. You can say what you want and say this and that, but no, it's a lot different when everyone's against you. When all y'all sold your soul and you're all cowards, that changes the game. Ain't no more of this, we want to talk tough stuff. That doesn't exist. You understand? I don't care what you think. None of you. Like I said, I'm their superior. I'm your superior, all of you, and that's it. And you'll listen to what I'd say and you'll do what I tell you. All right? So like I said, this is really building me as more power, more power. I'm going to end up being my own independent agency, and I'm already my own independent entity, and I'm sovereign, and I literally am the enforcer of divine law from God. So like I said, it's about being right or wrong, but we still have to work between the system and make solid decisions. And it's that simple, bro. I ain't never been scary like y'all, man. It ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. It's got to do with being smart, man. You know what I mean? You like folks is trying to set me up. I mean, how you going to try to set traps for me and try to set me up, and then it don't work out for you, and then you walk into your own trap and then complain and whine and then lie? Come on, bro. You see what I'm saying? People are just hypocritical, man. They can't make up their mind about what it is. Like I said, at the end of the day, all the facts are there, and it just is what it is. All right, it's never going to change. And like I said, that's how these people move. I told you they're cowards, bro. I've been telling you on all the truths coming out every day more and more. So like I said, let them do they pretending. Let them act like they're tough in their own simulated environments they want to control. Let them talk that stuff. Let them act like they're this and that. Who cares? But we all know who tough, and we all know who the grown man, and we all know who owns their own league and invites everyone to sign the waiver, and nobody does it. And y'all act like I got time. I'm trying to survive, bro. You don't make no sense. You ain't going to come in my league and sign a waiver if you're literally in the way and trying to stop me from doing what I need to do day to day and survive. That don't make no sense. See, that's what I'm saying. We compete with people who want to be fair first and respect me. Feel me? So let's get this settled first and get where I can, live my life appropriately and do what I need. And then let's move forward from there. Till then, all efforts are towards that. I don't care what no one's saying. We're going to get things right, whether you like it or not, right in front of your face. We need to get an environment built where I can move and do what I need to do and get what I need. You understand? And I don't want it to be here, quite frankly. I want to get the hell out of here. Been wanting to get out of here. You know what I mean? I might go up to Austin or something if I could ever get the money somehow for a bus ticket and just get up there. I'd be better off up there. You know what I mean? Real talk. And that's the thing. Like, come on, bro. It just don't make no sense, man. Like, without an ID, without what I need, they just keep putting me in bad positions. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Nothing. I mean, literally, bro. I mean, you still got to pay for this stuff, I think. I mean, and it's too far. It's just not easy for me to get anything done out here. So I don't know. Y'all want to help me? Please donate. I don't even know if I'll be able to access it. I don't know if people can send me money through another means. But I need some money sent to me, man. I got to get some bread just to get by and do what I need to do. You know what I mean? Send me some real money so we can go ahead and get this official and get done and move forward. All right, so that's the daily news report, and that's about it. Another villain, right? Their plot has been foiled. Another villain is going to jail and prison, people. And I mean, I think that should serve as a lesson and example. Like I said, folks be really telling them. I mean, he probably still telling himself nonsense. These folks be really on some nonsense, telling themselves there's a reality that doesn't exist. But yet they don't want to acknowledge all the facts and everything I've accomplished and how many stripes I got in the street and everything that's happened. You can't just tell yourself that reality doesn't exist. It's like when I showed him the money, he's like, "Oh, you're not making any money." I said, "Sure. You want to see? Yeah, that got you upset and got you in your feelings, right? Right? Yeah. So you do that nonsense. I mean, this dude was throwing stuff around on the ground. I mean, they got pictures and everything, bro. It's crazy, son. So I mean, like I said, bro. I mean, you ain't no man. If you was a man, bro, you could have been said how you felt years ago. Here, that homeboy, he and all, he's like that same other dude. All of them, everybody knows they targeting me. Like I said, these people, I mean, they probably going to take my side. If they righteous, they going to take my side, and they going to understand like this is getting ridiculous, bro. Like they just keep targeting this dude. Like why? Because you're jealous. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to get by and do what I need. You feel me? That's not fair. That's not right. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, nah, in my position, you got to be smart. I told y'all from day one, I don't have the excuses y'all do. I don't have the luxury you do. It doesn't matter what people do to me. I cannot defend myself. Self-defense doesn't exist. Trust me, I've done a whole lot of defending myself in my life. I've already done that. We're way past that. We don't got to talk about it. Nothing. What do you mean? I'm smart as hell. I'm righteous. I move with God. God gonna protect me. You feel me? So what do you mean? But like I said, in some instances, you got to just let things go and let people talk and pretend. You know what I mean? Real talk, because that's the smart thing to do. You feel me? Like I said, I'm systematically breaking down the entire system. I'm bringing it to them head on. I'm stopping all this, bro. I'm literally defeating and shutting down the cartel. You know what I mean? And you don't understand how many people work for them out here, bro. This is like the whole place I'm taking on. So people can run their mouth and say what they want. I mean, I'm a white man. I came down here and I made a real stand and I continue to change things while y'all don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, do you understand how much work we put in the street, me by myself? Do you understand how many stripes I really got? You understand how much I've done and accomplished? Come on, bro. Like, people can't just come around and you a new guy and you a noob and then act like, oh, I'm going to talk down. I mean, yeah, like I said, you clearly looking for a reaction. And instead, you done forced yourself into your own reaction. They have conniption fits because they upset because, oh, I'm making money. Right. But meanwhile, you have everything paid for by y'all's parents and y'all spoiled and entitled and spoiled rotten. So what does that say about you? Like I said, bro, you ain't no man, bro. What do you mean? What? Not everything I say to y'all space, bro. Been saying it. Matter of fact, actually, that same homeboy, I've been talked about him a million times on this show, called him out publicly a million times. Boy, miss me with that. Feel me? Real talk. And anytime that any of these folks approach me, 100%, I'm getting on the line and I'm calling, and then they're going to have more legal issues to deal with, and they're going to go to jail and prison. You feel me? See, it don't make no sense. When grown folks are moving around, you got to just let grown folks move around and be. You don't run nothing. You're not tough. What? Oh, now you're tough? Now you're tough. Okay. But what tough stuff have you ever done? Because all I ever did with tough stuff and all y'all did was hide inside. That's what they do. These are the type of dudes hide inside. This ain't the first time he done did that too. It's about the third time. Not exactly that, but he tried other ways of doing what his goal is. And them narcs, like I said, they just want to stop everything you doing. They see me succeeding, they want to stop me in my tracks. Like, why don't we say what it is? That's what they want, and it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna keep on living and being happy, man. Forget these narcs. They don't dictate my value, and they can't minimize my value. All right. So, like I said, that's it. I'm gonna continue to stand up for right, not for what's right, not just for me, but for the people and for everybody. And I'm gonna continue to shut them down and make them look silly. You understand? You look silly. There's nothing you can say. I mean, what can you say? What? Oh, you tough now because you're acting? Like what? Y'all deserve an Academy Award. Real talk. Feel me? All they do is cry, and all we do is win. So, like I said, that's about it, man. Other than that, like I said, I need the people in the valley, the public, to take care of me. Like I said, anybody got a couple of dollars for me, hand it off to me, something. You know what I mean? So I can actually use it. But like, I need help, man. 100%. I mean, they got me where I can't do nothing. Feel me? So we'll see what happens within the next couple of days. Hopefully, some things will come through for me, so I can actually like be able to move around this month. Hopefully, I'll be able to get to my check and everything. And that's it. And anything they do further, like if they do any fraud or they use my cards or anything, that's all going to be part of the federal lawsuit, right? And I mean, it'll just be more charges, you know, and then it gets escalated the case. So, I mean, they're just doing it to themselves, bro. They're so silly. And now I got to figure out who you know, who you talk to, who might have put you up to this. This is the thing, bro. Y'all gotta understand, this is real, bro. Homeboy really tried to do some real stuff, bro. This ain't fake. These homeboys really feel like that. You feel like that because somebody around you from your community succeeded, bro. I've been succeeding, bro. This ain't nothing, bro. I've been in front of you with bank accounts over 300,000 in it. You ain't do nothing then. You didn't pretend then. What are you talking about? That's why when you talk to them, they say, "Oh yeah, I remember you were always struggling." No, you remember me making tons of dough, and you didn't like seeing me shine. That's what you remember. And you want to continue to do this weird talk. I mean, hey, y'all want to be jelly, and that's all y'all know how to do. That. I mean, that's your thing. It's not going to help you. Look at your situation. You know what I mean? Like I said, Homeboy already did a lot of stuff in the past concerning other people. He's done long prison bids. I mean, it looks like you're going to go back to prison, Homeboy. That's what it looked like to me. So, like I said, while they talk about I'm a hustler, I'm a gangster, all y'all stuck behind the walls, and I'm out here free running everything and shutting down the cartel. I mean, who's really got power? You see the point of power? Sometimes you got to kind of hold your tongue. Sometimes you got to quit acting so aggressive and so macho. Sometimes you got to be smart. And you know what takes real strength, mental strength, acuity strength, like soul, spirit strength? Real strength within you to not react, to not act tough with them, to let them sit there and run their mouth and pretend. But who won? Ask yourself, who won? Hey, I get them every time. Who won the right way? Yeah, they go into prison. He looking at prison and jail time, and I'm free as a bird and winning when his intention was to set me up because he want to stop what I'm doing because I'm winning. It's the way of the world, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a million of you. There's only one of me. Feel me, homie? So yeah, like I said, I mean, people could talk all they want. I mean, I could talk plenty though, right? Because I mean, apparently, clearly, like when I said, you know, I'm not the one, and I'm not the one for folks to play with. Apparently, that's what's getting shown. That's what's getting shown. Now, I don't get on here and talk greasy. I'm not talking any tough or any way. I'm saying the truth. I mean, nah, I handle things the right way, and I'm smart. I'm not trying to prove that I'm tough. We know I'm tough. You understand? I'm showing that I'm smart. I'm showing that I'm resourceful. I'm showing that I can win when all these people are against me. I'm proving all my points. So, like I said, what y'all done lately? Exactly. All right. Now, like I said, keep my name out your mouth. I'll talk to y'all later in a minute. Like I said, much love, and that's it, man. We gonna stay winning. You feel me? We winning no matter what, bro. It ain't about no money. Even if I can't get to my money, we still winning. We still defeated all of you. Feel me? Like I said, like it is what it is. They putting themselves in their own position. I got you right where I want you. You know what I mean? These folks can't even come near me now. And the more they keep doing that stuff and pretending and pushing, the worse they gonna make it. They just gonna make their situations worse and worse to where they really can't come near me. Because every time they come near me, they'll go to jail and prison. That's the truth. That's how it works, bro. Come on, man. Y'all all about using the system when it's corrupt and only to your liking. You're so hypocritical to your side when you're breaking the law and you know you're everything you're doing is illegal and wrong. But when it actually gets implemented and used the right way, oh, all of a sudden it's a problem now. Boy, stop it. Feel me? So, like I said, we're gonna keep on winning them, let them do what they do, and that's it. All right. Hold your L like tone space. Easy.